Hello, guys and gals, and welcome to another episode of Unique Items. Sorry, Cody was bringing me his little kitty cat. His little kitty cat, you ready? Be nice to him. Be nice to Mr. Kitty Cat. You ready? Kitty cat going jump. You ready? Anyway, as always, today we're going to be going over another unique item. That's right. That's what we do. We're going over unique items. Today we have another shield. I think this is my last shield. This one is the Bverrit's Keep Tower Shield. Is a normal difficulty shield, and its main defining characteristic seems to just be the massive amount of fire damage that it has, or fire resistance. Sorry. And we'll go over it and we'll talk about it, upgrade it, have some fun with it. Right? Why not? So Bverrit Keep's Tower Shield is 87 defense, 64% chance to block, which is pretty high. And that's on Paladins. So Amazon, Assassin, Barbarian is 59%, and Druid, Necromancer, and Sorceress is 54%. So keep that in mind. We also have a strength requirement of 75, which is a little high for a level 19 shield, and might be a little bit of a detriment for certain classes if you don't necessarily have a higher strength build by level 19. We also have a smite damage of 1 to 5, which is relatively low because this is normal difficulty, and a level requirement of only level 19. It also has a pretty massive durability of 160. It's not breaking anytime soon. It's also important to note that tower shields, I'm pretty sure, are considered a heavy class item. Yes, they're heavy class items, which means you do have a little bit of a run, walk, and sort of stamina penalty for wearing heavy class shields, so do keep that in mind. We also have the 10% increased chance of blocking, which is, of course, why this is 64% in the first place. And we also have the 120% enhanced defense, which does vary by from 80 to 120%. And then we have a flat bonus as well of 30%, because tower shields don't even really have that high of a defense to begin with. Plus 5 strength, which is kind of nothing, but at level 19 could be useful. 75% fire resistance, which is static and does not change. It's pretty massive and could be used to help prevent damage from just about any fire damage monster in the game, whether you're fighting Diablo, whether you're fighting the shamans in Act 1, or whether you're fighting any number of fire damage creatures. The fire damage really seems to be the most prevalent resistance or damage type in normal difficulty, or rather in the game in general. So having 75% in normal difficulty can certainly go a long way to help you survive. We also have magic damage reduced by 5, which is another really nice little bump there, and it's going to protect you from most of the lower damage effects like lightning enchantment and things like that happen at high frequency. Now, you can also find this in the ethereal form at 115 defense, 64% chance to block, and 65 strength requirement with level 19. This could make an interesting choice for a Act 3 mercenary. Once you get into Act 3, give him a nice little 75% resistance, a little bit of extra strength. Unfortunately, the block doesn't really help him out very much, but the magic damage reduced by and the defense will help him. So both really good options there. And all in all, I mean, the shield has a specific purpose, which is defensive. And it does a pretty good job fulfilling its defensive role. The main difficulties with this shield come into play with its opposition. There's a lot of other really good options out there, and very shortly after you hit around level 30, like 29, 30, you start to get into a lot of the other shields that you can access, like, for instance, a Rhyme shield, which is definitely a hell of a lot better than Bverrit's Keep. It also has Magic Find on it, and a pretty good block chance as well, depending on what shield you build it in. But for level 19, this can definitely be a useful shield, especially if you're just using it to help you completely resist a fire attack of some kind. Like maybe you're using it to kill Diablo. And, he spams fire. He spams fire nova. He spams lots of fire attacks, in fact. So definitely a good choice to use against him. Now, this also comes in the ethereal form as well, so it has 115 defense, 64% chance to block, 65 strength requirement. So it's not really going to be super useful, but with 160 durability, you could probably utilize it for quite a while before it snapped on you. And all in all, it's just a very nice little normal difficulty shield. Now, what happens when we upgrade it? Let's explore, shall we? So to upgrade it, you're going to need a shale, a towel, and a perfect diamond. And it's going to go from the Bverrit's Keep Tower Shield, 87 defense, 64% chance to block, 1 to 5 smite damage, 160 durability, 75 strength, level 19. To the Bverrit's Keep Pavis, 190 defense, 64 chance to block, 10 to 17 smite damage, 172 durability, 133 strength, and level 30. Actually, a pretty decent upgrade to level 30. Not only did the defense go up nicely, the level requirement didn't go up so much that it was untenable, and the strength requirement didn't go up too massively to a point where you couldn't equip it. Unfortunately, 133 is a little high and could be a little detrimental to most characters who would want to put this on. But if you were a paladin or somebody who was a high strength character, that's not really too bad. The ethereal version can also be upgraded from 115 defense, 64% chance to block, 1 to 5 smite, 160 durability, 65 strength, level 19. Do 287 defense, 64% chance to block, 10 to 17 smite damage, 172 durability, 123 strength, level 30. So as you can see, not exactly a terrible upgrade from tier 1 to tier 3. Although it does have a pretty high strength requirement. Now, I know for a fact that when we upgrade this to the elite tier, the strength requirement is going to go through the roof because the elite form of this shield has a horrible strength requirement. So we're going to go from 190 defense, 64% chance to block, 10 to 17, 172 durability, 133 strength, level 30, to the Bverrit's Keep Aegeus, 371 defense, 64% chance to block, 18 to 28 smite damage, 192 durability, 219 strength, which is insane, and level 71. So as you can see, the upgrade to tier 3 is not exactly very good. That strength requirement is kind of insane, and not only that, but we really didn't gain a huge amount of defense over the regular version. That would make it worthwhile. The block chance didn't go up. The only thing that really went up was the smite damage, if you were using this shield specifically for smiting. But quite honestly, if you were going to go this route, there's a better shield that you could probably go with in general, which is the Pavis, the unique Pavis. That one has a lot better stats than the Bverrit's Keep Tower Shield. Now, the Bverrit Keep's Pavis Ethereal version can also be upgraded from 287, a 64% chance to block, 10 to 17 smite damage, 172 durability, 123 strength, level 30, to 507 defense, 64% chance to block, 18 to 28 smite damage, 192 durability, 209 strength requirement, and level 71. Just in general, not really a good shield to upgrade, in my opinion, to tier 3. It probably wouldn't be a good shield to upgrade to tier 2 either. One of the main issues with upgrading armor from tier 1 to tier 2, or rather shields in general, is that shale rune could be used to make a rhyme shield. And in general, rhyme shields tend to be better choices than a lot of other shields that you can have in normal difficulty that will upgrade to the exceptional versions, just simply because you have to use that shale rune to upgrade it to the exceptional version, and you might as well just use that shale rune to make a rhyme shield. Now granted, this shield at level 19, which is when you'll find it, when you'll use it, it's actually not bad for protecting yourself from physical damage as well as fire damage. It caps off your fire resistance completely, and I mean, that is certainly not a bad thing, and could come in handy in a couple clutch situations, like I said, versus Diablo would be the one that comes to my mind right off the top of my head. Although there are a couple other interesting choices, like the Inferno from the little demons in Act 3, as well as the shamans that shoot fireballs at you on a regular basis, and the ghouls that use firewall, fireball, and meteor on you on a regular basis. So there are some very interesting things that this could potentially protect you from relatively easily, and make your playthrough in those particular zones a breeze. Let's take a look over at Silo's Pen real quick, and let's see where we could potentially find this if we want to get our hands on it, and then we'll have a bit better idea of what we're looking at as far as monsters to kill. At level 19, we're going to do 50% magic find. We're going to do our bosses first. And it looks like Diablo in normal, Bale in normal, Mephisto in normal. Those are your 3 bosses. It does look like Iswal has a halfway decent chance, and Neelathak has a halfway decent chance too. Super uniques. Bink. Grand Visor of Chaos, Infector of Souls, and Lord Day Cease all have a pretty decent chance. But we really want to find this before we get to Act 4. Like, that's kind of like the goal here is... Stormtree does seem like a bad chance at 1 in 5,795, and he's in Lower Kurast. I mean, Eldritch can drop it, Doc Farron can drop it, Pindle, Thresh Socket. I mean, we got a lot of good choices here, but I think Stormtree's our lowest level option there. Stormtree and Battlemaid Serena, which are both in Act 3. So you could probably get your hands on this pretty reliably by Act 3, is what it looks like. I was really kind of expecting to be able to find this a little bit sooner, like maybe Act 2, but I guess that's kind of just out of the question. Anyway, as always, I do appreciate you guys and gals watching my video, even when we are looking at a shield with 219 strength requirement. And if you want to keep watching, be sure to hit that subscribe button.